Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli wa nusallimu ala rasulihil kareem. Those people who have the responsibility of others on them, so they tend to lose patience about them. When they advise them, when they teach them the good, and they see that they are not really accepting it, or they are not really applying it in their lives, so they tend to lose control. They start frustrating. Parents, all the time they experience this. They're teaching their kids manners, they're trying to have their kids on the right track, but the kids are not really listening. Teachers, faith leaders. So today we recited the ninth juz. So I went through this ayat. So I was thinking about this. That can you imagine that Bani Israel, how many miracles they saw on the hands of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam? How many miracles? Open miracles. How many? You can't even count. That snake and that lightning hand was two of them. There are many which they see. The whole sea split into two. Can you imagine? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed Pharaoh before their eyes. Despite all of this, after seeing all of this, when the whole story of Pharaoh was over and they crossed the sea and they came on the other side, the Quran says, وَجَاوَزْنَا بِبَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ الْبَحْرَ فَأَتَوْا عَلَى قَوْمٍ يَعْكُفُونَ عَلَى أَصْنَامٍ لَهُمْ. So when they crossed the sea and they came on the other side, so they came across to a nation who have their idol in their between, and they were making tawaf of it. They were roaming around it. So now imagine, Bani Israel for this many years have been witnessing the miracles of Allah, and Musa alayhi salatu salam have the responsibility, and he's teaching them and he's trying to bring them close to Allah. And after all these years of effort, what they are saying to Musa alayhi salam, looking at them, Ij'al lana ilahan kama lahum aliha. Can we also have an idol like this to worship? Can you imagine the state of Musa alayhi salatu salam after listening this? Qala innakum qawmun tajhalun. He said, you are such ignorant people. Jahil ho tum log. Nobody can rectify you. Inna haulai mutabbarum ma hum fihi wa batilum ma kanu ya'malun. What they are destroying themselves. What they are doing is totally falsehood. This is. Can you imagine Musa alayhi salatu wasalam? What would he be feeling inside? That's why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was told, "Fasbir kama sabara ulul azm." You need to have patience like these ulul azm anbiya had patience. These great prophets had patience. So Musa alayhi salam did not lose his patience. He still continue his job, his mission. Can you just imagine it? We give so little khutbahs and we don't see change in people. We start to frustrate. People are not changing. People are not accepting. Look at him. He is showing open miracles. He is showing the help of Allah. They are seeing it, but they are still. And despite all this happening, in the next page, what it comes? وَاخْتَارَ قَوْمُهُ مُوسَى عِجْلًا جَسَدًا لَهُ. They actually made one idol. Even after all of that, they did made one idol, and they start worshipping that idol. Just imagine that how low level we are. worst person among us would never throw the Quran on the floor. Whenever he will see Quran, he will kiss it, he will keep it properly, he will hold it with both hands. He would respect Quran. But when Musa ﷺ came back and he saw the Bani Israel are worshipping idol, so Quran says, and he brought the book, he brought the book from Allah. So he was bringing back and he came back. So Quran says he got so angry looking at them worshipping that idol that wa alqal alwaha. He threw the book on the floor. How much anger he would have. وَأَخَذَ بِرَأْسِ أَخِيهِ يَجُرُّهُ إِلَيْهِ. He hold on to his brother's head and his beard and started dragging towards him. What did you do? Huh? So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that person who has responsibility of others, he is not supposed to lose patience. He's not supposed to lose patience. So Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, it comes in a narration, asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that, Ya Allah, these people have bothered me a lot. These people have tortured me a lot. Your slaves, they have tortured me a lot. I got so hurt by them. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replied to him that, O Musa, have patience. They did not even leave me alone. They made my son. Do I have a son? They made my son. I also became patient. You also become patient. Don't lose patience. So now, but this is connected with the love of Allah. The much love and connection of Allah you will have, the much patience you will have. That's why yesterday what we talked about, Rabbi Shrah li Sadri, we talked about Sharh Sadr. So the one who has complete faith in his da'wat, in his belief towards which he is inviting people, if he has complete faith that what I am inviting people towards is true, is haqq, is real, is the right path, then he will not lose patience. Then he will not be afraid. Then he will not lose, control in himself. He'll be all right. This is what it means by Rabbi Shrah. So, what I was saying, that it is dependent, it is based on the love and connection the person has with Allah. Now, just last thing I'll mention, that's also we read today, that I was pondering on this ayat, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called Musa alayhi salatu wasalam on the mountain to meet him. So the Quran says, وَلَمَّا جَاءَ مُوسَى لِمِيقَاتِنَا وَكَلَّمَهُ رَبُّهُ. So when he came at the appointed time and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spoke with him, Musa alayhi salatu wasalam said to Allah, Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. Oh Allah, show me yourself, I want to see you. Now can you imagine the state when he was going towards that place in which he has to speak with Allah? What kind of emotions he would be going through? And how much love and affection he had with Allah that he just can't bear. Musa alayhi salam doesn't know he cannot see Allah in this world. He knows. But so much love, so much connection with Allah. You know what ulama has written? That out of all galaxy of Anbiya, of prophets, there is no one asked Allah to see him but Musa alayhi salam. Only Musa alayhi salam. And the reason is, the one who speaks want to see. That's why they say, our youth, they speak with the, whom they are not supposed to speak with. And they say, oh no, we're just speaking. We're just texting each other. That's it. It's never gonna stay until texting. It's never gonna stay. Because when you speak to someone, you want to see him. That's why Musa alayhi salam couldn't control. He was to speak, so he said, I want to see you. So anyway, so Rabbi arini anzur ilayk. He said, I want to see you. Show me yourself. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Lan tarani. There is la and then there is lan. La is, you cannot see me. Lan tarani means there is no way, it is totally impossible, you cannot see me. This is what it means. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it was Musa who became stubborn and who hold on to his desire. And otherwise, if I would have been if I would have been there, I would have said okay. But Musa alayhi salam still said, no, I still want to see you. So then Allah said, okay, فَلَمَّا فَإِنِ اسْتَقَرَّ مَكَانُهُ فَسَوْفَ تَرَانِي. The tajalli will come if the mountain stays, then you would be able to see me. And we know what happens next. But the last thing I want to share, Mawlana Rumi Rahmatullah Alayhi has written a story about this. Allah, that he said, Musa alayhi salatu salam's wife, Safura radiyallahu anha. So after this incident of Tajalli, Musa alayhi salatu salam had such noor on his face that he had to hide his face all the time. If one would see his face without the hijab, without the covering, he would lose his sight. He would lose his sight. So Musa alayhi salatu salam would cover his face all the time. But Safura, the wife of Musa alayhi salatu salam, she had so much love of Allah, so much love of the Prophet of Allah, that she said, I wanted to see. So what she did, she took off the cover, and from one eye she saw first. She lost the eye. And the love is such thing, the more you get forward, the more you want to get forward. So she used now she can't bear it. She used the second eye also to look at it. She lost both the eyes. So when she lost both the eyes, someday, this is Umar Rumi Rahmatullah Alayhi is written, one of the friends of Safura radiallahu anha, she asked her that, don't you feel bad that you lost both of your eyes? You know what she said? She said, I have so much love of Allah and His Prophet. If I would have had thousands of eyes, I would have sacrificed one after the other looking at the Noor of Allah. Here we are, we want to save everything, and they wanted to sacrifice anything for Allah. This is the love and connection we need to practice the commandments of Allah, to practice the religion, to experience the religion. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun ala al-mursalin.